Okay, we are into episode 16 of Spaceblock 40 Stack Challenge. Last time talked about the mix build a lot. The mix build got built between episodes because there was a bit of planning and a bit of reorganizing and all that kind of stuff. And this is now kind of spammable and scalable. And we're already putting down the next for landfill for the next layer of this mix build. And I think actually I had one blueprint which I was going to get rid of, because I was going to do it again for kind of cheeky reasons. Because what I actually want is, there's another thing down here to talk about as well, is, where does it start? It's going to start here. Is that all of them? I think it is. And it's going to go to here, and it's going to get all of that. And then there's a bunch of stuff to cut out. I do want the tiles, but I don't want those inserters. I don't think I can do that without cutting out the landfill, can I? Which is going to be a bit of a shame. We'll see if that works. But I want this little notch so I can help tell where things line up. And the reason for this is going to be, I'm going to have two of these at once. Yeah, I've also kind of extended where the roads go, and this will mean that I can, let's actually check that this works. Let's see if I've done, let's see if, if this actually works. The plan with this is, if I drop this first one down here, it'll automatically do the landfill for the next one. If I then put the next one down here, which is where it fits, there is where it fits. I've actually got a little more landfill than I need. But then it will automatically put the one down for the landfill above that. So that's actually, I've got a bit more landfill in this thing I need. I don't want these ones. And that will help me line it up. But actually, the thing I'm thinking about doing is making this a relative or even an absolute blueprint. Because if I, like this is the way the next one goes, right? And then it'll I'm pretty sure that so that lines up. These pipes will connect. There's actually quite a lot of Roboport coverage around, but we're going to build all of that stuff and then throw down the landfill at the same time, which is also why this thing has, actually this end could do with a lot more Roboport coverage, and that's going to suck. And I've also got some other things in the blueprint that I don't want. But while we're over here, let's talk about this other thing that I also threw up between episodes, actually. Do we do that yet? Ooh, okay, let's do the other thing that I was going to do but haven't yet, which is give the bots more tasks, because that sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? I guess it's going to have to start over here or something. Sure. Because I do want... Yeah, we're into the nighttime again. But yeah, let's talk about this other thing that I put together over here and what this achieves. So basically, I want to be copying and pasting this stuff just as I go. Actually, I've got more landfill than I need in there as well, don't I? I did not clip out that landfill in between. Sure, I guess, fine. I want to be doing other things, even though I'm not yet, but I also don't want to have to run back up as I'm throwing down these mixed builds, giving each of these things seed iron and seed copper. So down here, there are dudes that are outside of Roboport range, dudes that are outside of Roboport range. Cool. Do I have one of these things? Bot's going to put that there, and I'll put it somewhere later. The plan with these is we'll run this belt down the edge of the mixed build, and we've got some filter inserters here, which will pick up the resources that I want from this belt to initiate the mixed builds. So I don't even have to go back and visit them. And so between this fuel belt just continuing through, and the steel belt coming back, and then was the other one? Yeah, this coal belt here, and this kind of weird coal initiation loop. This should help get me like the mixed builds should just turn on by themselves is the plan. And then the reason why these things are assemblers rather than furnaces is because I don't have to worry about them picking up the wrong stuff. They'll just stay on whatever recipes they're set in, even though it's slow. But that's also completely fine, because actually things I don't need include these guys here at this point. Yeah, I don't need to worry about how slow this stuff makes it. All I need to do is get a couple of bits to each of these things, and also then make sure the bots have filter inserters. So yeah, so mixed builds are slowly coming online. Bots are going to have a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, I quite possibly should have... Oh, is this roboport not actually powered? This roboport is powered by a thing that's actually outside of the main blueprint. So I might blueprint this again between episodes. But other than that, other than those things, we should have a thing that turns on nicely. I think actually, one of the things one of the Spaceblock things I was wondering about specifically in between is that, yeah, this thing where this empties both into its own self-feed and also into the main build. And I don't know if half of this is going to be enough to satisfy all of this. But what I might do is, if I do input priority on the right, and then copy this to this one, when I can reach it. This is the wrong way around. That's absolutely the wrong way around. I wanted input priority left. Yeah, because the thing I was thinking about is, when I have more mixed builds down there, the coal will just flow through, and then these things won't get enough because half of it will be circulating. However, in each case, there will be some final mixed build where the coal will bank up, and then this prioritization means like this. Like if I've got a lot more coal down here, if I've got a lot more stuff down here, I will prioritize feeding the downstream stuff with whatever the later builds are making, which means that this line will bank up, which means that previous stuff, basically there's going to be a coal use transient that might cause issues with mixed build throughput as I'm throwing down more mixed builds, but should eventually sort itself out, hopefully. So yes, all that's going. What else did I want to be doing during this time? Oh yeah, I wanted to do, I kind of need to get the rest of that. I need to make the power grid actually do a thing. Things that happen between episodes. Okay, so first of all, built the mixed build, we talked about that, and this steel build now has a feed that connects to the old steel build and does kind of a prioritization buffer thing, where the stuff getting built here gets used first, and then everything else continues to bank up and gets buffered. So I've got a steel buffer now, in addition to this other buffer over here, steel buffer. Also making steel furnaces at the rate of whatever this guy makes stone, because I'm going to need a lot of steel furnaces, and using this assembler was a way to not have to worry about how to fuel that thing, and same with the steel furnace. It's just like we'll just slowly get a large number of steel furnaces. That's fine. Other things happened because I had a lot of this stuff just sitting around. Big power poles are just working on their 40 stacks. Medium power poles are working on their 40 stacks. Repair packs are still working and are just short of gears. Burner inserters are done. Pipes and offshore pumps are in fact not done because this guy's just short of iron. So, sure, I guess that's kind of the consequence of doing all of these things. And then these things got their end things bumped as well. Oh yeah, and then also noticed that with this acid sorted out, the bottleneck for these guys is actually now the rate at which I get steel, or no, not the rate at which I get steel, the rate at which I make barrels to bottle them. So this is going to be a thing we muck around with later as well. But yeah, I needed to go and give the water fill to the power plant. Also, other hilarious things to talk about. Yeah, I used to be making acid here, which was just supplying the uranium and the other stuff, and then that whole disaster of inserter dance. I've now got more acid coming out of that, which is in this tank, and then this pumps a surplus in here, which is pumped into the mixed build. And these guys are probably running... I've only got these three guys using the acid, but they're probably running it down. I imagine they're running it down. These guys are going to be doing stuff soon as well. So we're generating coal, which is cool. Also need... This guy was powered by the same power pole as this roboport that was actually outside the mixed build, so we're going to have to do that again. Yeah, we're nearly ready for the next layer. We've got iron coming through, we've got copper also coming through. Looks like they just put a belt down now. But all of this looks like it's working. So one of the other things that I just changed around is some of this inserter priority. Because let's actually look at one of the old lanes that I didn't swap around. So with this is maybe enough furnaces to make a full iron belt. Not sure. Not really concerned about that. But the thing to talk about is this being the last inserter. Actually, let's start at the other end. When this guy, oh yeah, I was going to put this thing here, wasn't I? Never mind. I might go over there later. This guy, this inserter here, makes sure that this furnace gets its internal buffer back when it goes on the belt. And so that's why all of these things are like, don't send your internal buffer to be smelted, make sure you're producing iron. But the thing is, when you get down this end, the fact that here's a belt of stuff full, and the last thing are two inserters taking off the belt, means that there's never actually a full belt of stuff coming out. And I think this was this thing Droga noticed as well, and they had like some other undergrounds and stuff like that, and other ways of giving these other last few furnaces different ways to put things on different belts that would then refill. And I want to try a different way of doing things, my way of doing things, which we'll see if it works. I mean, we're still experimenting with paradigms. Is for the first few are still the same. It's still put on belt first, take off belt second. Then somewhere down here it switches around. And yeah, it's about here. Is it the last four? It's the last four. Yeah, these ones are a different way around. And so the idea is, by the time I get to these guys, I'm not super concerned about making sure that these guys retain their internal buffers, because they can always just fill up again from whatever's drifting down the belt. Like, I'm fine with that. These guys are instead going to go, not those guys, these guys, get your inputs from the belt, and then put your stuff back on the belt. And that means when I get down to these ones, like these last two, the last thing happening is I'm putting stuff on the belt, which means hopefully this here will be a full build of iron ore out. And so that's happened to... Did I do it to one or both? Yeah, I should have done it to all of them. Yeah, so the last thing that happens, the last couple of these are all take what you need from the belt, and then put just everything you need back on the belt. And so there'll be like less in front of these guys. There'll be the belt path, kind of the ore dump comes down here and diverts in through there and comes back down, and okay, it goes into the next muzzle or whatever. Hopefully that's a better way of getting me a full belt of stuff out, even though I don't actually really need a full belt of stuff out, because this mixed build is still not completely doing the things it needs to. But bots have done another thing. Okay, so what is it? Yeah, this was why I was going to snap it to a grid, wasn't I? Wait, why are those ones? Because it should be there. That's where it goes. Yeah. Except that, okay, so there are a couple of things about this that I might change between episodes. That the roads don't automatically connect. Like, so this bit of landfill here kind of needs to be in this patch as well. Is that true? Yes, because I need to be able to drop the row. I need to be able to drop the belts on it to connect these things, instead of having to do this manual stuff each time. Okay, so there are a couple of things to patch up in the blueprint between episodes, but now I should actually go and do the other things I need to do, because I've still, this is the thing, I don't think I can afford to extend that mixed build too much at the moment. I think I'm just going to run out of the things I need. Basically power grid. One there, one here, because the other thing I thought of is, like, I'm probably going to need more water for this as well, so we're going to do that. Are these guys actually on grid at all? They will be now, it'll be fine. Yeah. Because the other thing, like, this is quite nice for advancing. Like, these mixed builds are going to get me a lot more stuff. The thing they're actually not going to do is get me any new kinds of science. I don't have anything that he wants. Yeah, I'm not actually going to get any new kinds of science with this. I'm just going to get this stuff building up over here. And so I've got blue chips, I've got LDS, that's great. I still need engines. I don't have a good supply of engines. I don't have the other things I need to make all of that work. I was also going to upgrade the things that were going to be red belt into being red belt next time, so that I didn't have the bots to do all of that as well, didn't I? Never mind. Things we'll do later. Yeah, I think I have to lay off the mixed build construction for a bit. I think I have to get the rest of these guys working, which is, you know, a shame because the bots have got all that landfilling to do. How many is this? 12, so I should probably have another 13, so I want like another 7 on that, even though I'm kind of outside of Roboport range, and the bots are also not going to be good at this stuff because they've got so much other stuff to do, but we still want to get this extended to the point that we can. Where does that line up? What am I looking at? There? 18? Sure. Then this much of the stuff again. Put in here. Okay, so we've got 89 on one side and 69 on the other side. Other than the fact that we don't have Roboport coverage, and I think I'm just going to put Roboports down here. I guess they're going to go over here. Except that, you know, I don't actually have. That will get me range on the entire power plant, which is cool. So these guys have come online, and they got water from somewhere. Why were they sad? Why are these guys not running? This exists, they've got stuff, they've got steam. Because this guy. Yeah. So these power plants actually need to connect to things. Now okay, so now the power grid is kind of fixed. Yeah. It's still a bit of a mess. Let's presume that road goes out there. But what I do want, because I've kind of need to work towards getting the other sciences. So we're just going to fill all that stuff in, and going to have a plan to number 1. Number 1, actually bring back and categorize and filter all of the stuff that's coming out of the mix builds. I guess let's go and do that now. Don't really have the belt for it. Let's get some belt. Let's actually check on the other things that were the 40 stacks of stuff that we switched around again. Because yeah, so boxes, made all the boxes, chain signals were done, poles, we've made all the poles, light armor, we've made all the light armor, and we're now getting through guns and submachine guns as the iron turns up, which I'm fine with, because it means there's still an amount of copper going around to make landfill. How are these landfill guys going? I've still got 12k in the system, okay, so that's fine. I might need, oh wait, the bots kind of want the filter inserters, because otherwise they can't spin up the mix builds. And some reason I've got all of, actually, you know, whatever, that can stay. They can all just stay. I want some of these, Actually, I will need a bunch of these as well. And then I think we've got to go to the other mall to get the other things that I was going to do. Why am I not getting anything through? Okay, I am getting things through. Am I getting all the stuff I expected? No, because plastic. Because coal. And coal generation is blasted because... Is this just the power plant kicking up? They're all running. I've kind of got enough power. Maybe it's a power generation thing. Yeah, that's going to continue to be rough, isn't it? And yeah, 600 is actually the limit of robot production. So I'm not going to be able to do anything more about that. You've got enough stuff to be going for at the moment. I actually took all of that off. How much is in here? And can I just... Is there a bad way to readjust this? And the answer is almost certainly yes. So we're just going to pile that. I mean, a buffer at the top makes more sense than a buffer at the bottom. Especially if I'm re-ingesting it at the top, but not actually doing anything with it. But you know, that's fine. Let's go and do this thing as well. We'll do that. We'll do that. Cool. I'm pretty happy at this point that all these things, because these boxes are unlimited as well. This is like we're working on the stacks of pipes at this point, and we're just going to get a lot more of that. So that's got some stuff. I probably want those kinds of power poles, which is also a stack that is done. So that's nice. We're getting through some of them. Was I going to make? Yeah. Oh, I didn't bring these guys. I didn't bring assemblers with me. I kind of don't need assemblers of this kind. Let's also just like kick off wooden boxes. There we go. So this guy's now got the same. And provider chests. Do I actually have provider chests? He's going to complain that he's not in. I'd rather just have him not complain, and we can just make a mess. It'll be fine. Bots are not complaining about jobs. Does that mean bots have done their jobs? Bots are all allocated? It looks like I'm just putting the last of that stuff together, which is fine. Okay, I actually need to get rid of these things so that they don't steal all the ore that's drifting down this belt, so that powergrid is built, which is nice. Powergrid is kind of okay. Yeah, because this third mixed build is going to turn up online like soonish, which is going to give all this stuff even more powergrid issues. And yeah, so this mixed build is fully online, I think. I've got green circuits going through, I've got coal doing stuff, that all looks fine. Yeah, so I need to make an output for all of those things, which is what I was doing, which is why I was over here collecting belt. Cool. Because I've got a kind of a terrible plan about what I'm going to do with that. And there's probably, after faffing around and doing all this other stuff, probably only just enough time to enact the rest of this plan for the rest of the episode. But basically, we'll worry about reversing the inserters later. Where is the... Yeah, it's over here. Sure. We will just sushi all of this in. Well, this is... Okay, this is more spaghettiing the sushi. And it looks like we can go in here and over here. Because if we get... Where is that? Oh, it's here. This is the other side of the belt that collects all of the Blue Science module sushi thus far. Why are you? Oh yeah, that's right, because it was coal, wasn't it? Do I need to expand that coal production again, or is it just? Yeah, okay. It was just that these guys not being powered well, and these guys consuming a full belt of coal, and just not much coming out the other side. Okay, sure. Yeah, this thing here. So actually, if I do That's what I want, because I want to be able to do... no, not there, there. Because then this thing can go like that, and then this thing can go like that. And if I sideload this here, you don't want to exist. And you're facing the wrong way. But other than that, okay, so the sulfur is now still going through the same place. The stuff from the mixed build is on the outside of this belt, and then the stuff from the red circuits blue science build is on the inside of this belt. Cool. Because actually I can do this with... So now I can just have all of these guys unload, and all of that sushi stuff. This is kind of turning into story missions again. I've now got... I'm tracing the belt with my eyes, and like, yeah, this is kind of a special disaster, isn't it? I don't think I'll plan on coming back here much. This belt through here, I actually wanted to do a different thing with. Wants to bring me a bunch of these things because I need to be able to work on them. I want to be able to line some stuff up, because actually, are these guys full? Do I need to worry about these guys being full? Yeah, those guys. Yeah, fortunately I've got a lot of stuff to deal with. And that's... yeah, sure. Because the thing I actually wanted was thinking about, like, I might put a... the silo position... you come here. Where did you go? There. Z is not the thing, just put them in the world. I might put a silo here, like eventually, when I get to a rocket silo. Expanding these things is going to be interesting. But the reason for that, part of the reason for this is, and then I'm figuring out if I can space this properly, and I think the answer to that is going to be yes. Some of this might end up... Should I just immediately red belt this? Maybe. I think the answer to that is going to be yes. Yeah, so you've already got all the stuff turning up. So if you put them further apart, then yellow will connect, and you get them upgraded, they still will connect. I kind of want to take this through here. And yeah, that's going to be a placeholder that we're not going to worry about yet, that I'll worry about later. Over here will be a thing that I'll mess around more with later, and then I reckon, actually, this is spaced out quite nicely. I think I actually want to be doing, like, purple science, purple and yellow science. We'll think about those later. Everything is backing up and having a terrible time, probably. Yeah, see, the thing I haven't looked at is whether or not these mixed builds are actually spitting out more than half a yellow belt's worth of material, because if they are, stuff will back up. In fact, stuff is already backing up because I've directed... because I'm putting it all here, and then this is backed up. So this is my wonderful high-value sushi. Cool. I should figure out what I'm doing with this first, really. Because I wanted to do a thing like... If I do this, if I make yellow science here, and I do something like that, and then I leave some space for beacons, and I bring this back this way, am I going to beacon it harder than that? I might beacon it harder than that. Then these guys can just take whatever they want, and then here I will be able to worry about frame stuff, and I'm not going to do so many of them because we're going to beacon all of this later, but we're going to do a similar thing here. Wait, what do the... Is that true? I don't actually think that's true, because purple doesn't use the same stuff. Purple uses the prod mods. Actually, no, yeah, okay, so purple does use some of the same stuff. Purple still uses prod mods. So if this is going to be purple, these guys will grab prod mods, these guys will grab blue chips and LDS. Some other inputs need to turn up over here and over here. Then if I do something like, do I need to, no, I can never get there. I might need to actually make that a red one because I want to put beacons in between. Yeah, this is turning into some turtle sushi, which I'm pretty happy about. If I do this, is this going to work? This is in fact not going to work. This will not work because these guys need two inputs. They've got prod mods off the belt, but they've got furnaces and rail. I think this means what I need to do, because I've got furnaces and rail to worry about, is, yeah, like furnaces and rail and engines can get built over here. We can build some new smelting, that'll all be fine. I think the thing I actually need to do first is, if this is coming out, then I actually just need to, I think blue science should go in from this side. I think blue science should join this belt here. Yeah, that's some nice spaghetti, isn't it? This can be my blue science. Which means that, I need a splitter, where's a splitter? Let me cue a splitter, here we go. Yeah, that can go there. This can be, yeah, this can be, can I even get, oh I can, because all this stuff is going to disappear anyway. Do I have the inventory space to just pick up this thing? The answer is no. Cool. I probably actually want like a blue buffer there or something, because this wants to be blue science on the left. Oh yeah, also, you know, I'm this steel. Cool. Turning into a terrible sushi. Not entirely unplanned. That's a terrible buffer, it's fine. Pick up all of this stuff. Is that going to do? That's going to do everything it needs to. Except that I've also got a surplus of blue science, so we'll worry about that later. So yeah, the plan with this is I need to unblock everything here. But these guys are going to take some prod mods, they kind of already are. These guys are going to take LDS and blue chips, and they kind of already are. I need to put engines over here. I need to figure out, yeah, this is going to probably be something like this, so I can actually, with the rate of rail I probably need something like that. But then I also want to be able to put beacons here, so I'm probably using medium poles from somewhere else that I can find later. But the final and perhaps most terrifying element of this is what I want to do, what I have since decided that I'm going to do with the rest of this. Is this going to get in the way of where I would put... Oh, I need red chips. I've got red chips. Here are red chips. I want a lot more of these storage chests, yes. And the answer is no. I can still put beacons here, I can have the silo here, and then I can do... an utterly terrifying chaos smelt. Chaos smelt? Chaos buffer. I actually need to go one more, don't I? Because I wanted to be able to, yeah, I wanted to do 4 on each side. Like so. And then that. And yeah, let's pretend that's okay. So what we're going to get and this is going to be where we're going to leave it, and we're going to patch the rest of the stuff together next time. Is that true? It's actually not quite true, is it? We're going to immediately upgrade all of this stuff because we've got throughput issues. Is that true? It's probably not true. It's probably just a problem because I had the belt completely stalled for a while. But we can upgrade all this anyway. The bots need more things to do, and this is going to improve the pace at which this stuff makes it back to the base, which is fine. But yeah, the plan now is, and actually this can go away and I can deal with the rest of that in between as well, is we've got so yeah, we've got sushi on mixed builds. We've got sushi on mixed builds over here. How's my power grid? Power grid is not really okay to kick off another mixed build yet. Oh yeah, and I still needed to give these guys those things because build tiling issues. Yeah, we've now got 3 mixed builds, which is kind of cool. They've all kicked themselves off nicely. I can throw another pattern down. I don't think I can because of power grid reasons. I'm gonna have to re-blueprint some stuff between episodes, but basically we've got 3 mixed builds giving us stuff, and the stuff is spaghettiing through the base and colliding with the other spaghetti that we already had. We've got 1 belt of high value sushi arriving in the base. We've got yellow science and purple science pulling the things they want from that sushi, and then all remaining sushi is going into storage chests. And the reason this is storage chests is because when I start requesting, like, I don't think this is going to be all the blue circuits I need. I'm not even sure this is going to be all the LDS I need. I don't think it's going to be all the steel I need, you know, partly because I had this other steel buffer over here. But I would rather things were pulled from the chaos storage before they were pulled from any specific storage, because the chaos storage is the one I'm worried about filling up and everything backing up. Like, this is already a fantastic picture of wealth and disaster. But by making all of these guys storage chests, these ones will be the ones from which these high value mixed build intermediates get selected first. I think one of the other things I'm going to do I don't have stack inserters at the moment. Can I make, what do I need for this? I need red chips. I need cogs and red chips. Okay, I don't have cogs, that's a shame. This buffer needs to change as well. Oh wait, cogs. Yeah, 2 stack filter inserters, because I think part of the plan of this is going to be doing something like this, filtering these guys for red chips, and then using 2 is probably more than I need. So this is going to be one of the red chip sources for the electric furnaces that I need to make purple science. And in fact, that's probably most of the plan. Like, if I put these things in here, and then these things I'm going to put back on the same belt, then I need a couple of the big power poles, and those, and so yeah, everything is backed up on blue science. Yeah, that was one of the things that I mentioned being a problem. I need a medium-sized power pole, which I'm pretty sure I have in the steel belt. There, here we go. Cue that. Then can I fit these guys in here? Yes. So now I can still fit some beacons here. These guys will all be powered. Rail will go on this belt. Furnaces will go on this belt. I'll use these red chips. Then probably do different builds for... Maybe I take some of the steel as well. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna... Actually, let's deal with this immediately by going... Yeah, no, I will build. This will be the next thing I build between episodes. But yeah, this is going to be the plan now. We're going to build towards a silo being here. I did get some of these. So the reason for pacing these boxes like this is that the plan for these guys is to filter RCUs into these boxes. I can then have... I will actually need one of these. A splitter here, so that these two I can filter for LDS, and now these ones should belt balancers as well. Is that going to work? It's going to mess up the balance a bit, but sure. Actually, no, I think I actually need to belt balance that, don't I? Yes. The plan is I only, like, these guys are going to feed the silo, and I only want half of the LDS exposed to the silo, because otherwise the silo will grab everything that the yellow wants, which is actually not the plan at all yet, so let's just get rid of those. But that will be where... Actually, is that true? I can just not power the inserters and it'll be fine. Yeah, that's the plan. This is going to be the high-value center, belt balancing, followed by good stuff, guys grabbing whatever they want, followed by chaos stuff. Yeah, I can beacon this. These guys are getting upgraded. Yeah, and then wait, this one here. Okay, so this is going to be, yeah, this is the famous "this is the last thing we shall do" part of this episode. If I can grab all of these things off the belt, this is all the blue science. Why did... Not sure what happened there, but now those guys are feeding themselves. Yeah, that one turns, that one turns, that one turns. This one actually doesn't need to exist. And now, this is actually, other than the fact that I'm not making the sciences, that's the plumbing of sciences into labs. So we're done. I mean, yeah, I will sort out a buffer for the blue science in between, which I feel kind of bad about. I need to be using that. But then the next thing will be thinking about how much power grid I have. I'm pretty sure... Where is the nuclear infrastructure? Yeah, we've got all of that we need. We've got enough to just go and build a nuclear power plant. I don't know that we have the acid or the uranium to build a nuclear power plant. That's going to be the next thing. But yeah, we got a mess to work with now. We got to tidy some stuff up and unblock the mixed build. But it's pretty good. We got a lot of things.